This is a people-powered campaign, and together we will chart a new way forward. A future for freedom, opportunity, of optimism and faith.
That was Kamala Harris speaking at a rally in Milwaukee Tuesday following the ceremonial roll call here at the convention, selecting her as the Democratic Party's nominee for president. What can we expect to hear from her tonight? Well, let's get some answers from Adrienne Elrod. She is the senior advisor and senior spokesperson for the Harris-Walz campaign. Adrienne, it is great to see you. What can you tell us about what we're going to hear tonight?
Well, first of all, Nancy, it's great to be with you. Look, the vice president has been taking tonight very seriously. She knows that this is the biggest speech that she's given so far as a candidate, quite possibly the biggest speech of her entire political career. And she's going to, first of all, talk about how her middle-class upbringing, raised by a single mom, it really sort of, paved the way for her career in public service. It drove her to be a prosecutor to help protect middle-class families, to protect women and children. It drove her to run for attorney general to help consumers and lower prices for families and take on big drug lords. And then it drove her, of course, to run for the United States Senate and then become the vice president of the United States to President Biden. So she's really going to talk about how her values and her family really drove her career in public service. And then, Nancy, she's going to really focus on this moment to talk about Donald Trump and really the contrast in their two different visions and how they, believe that the presidency should be. She's going to talk about the fact that Project 2025 would be incredibly dangerous if enacted. She's going to talk a lot about Donald Trump and how he's seeking political retribution on his enemies, whereas she wants to move our country forward, not backward like he does. So she's really going to talk about that contrasting vision. And at the end, she's going to really focus on the fact that she is an American patriot. She is in this for all the right reasons. She wants to move America forward, and she wants to make sure that she is a president for all Americans, no matter how they voted, no matter how they feel about her. She is a president for all, would be a president for all Americans, and she's in this for all the right reasons. So it's going to be a really important speech tonight, and as you can see by the electricity in this room, the packed house at 6:40 p.m. when she's not even speaking until a couple hours from now. People are really excited to see this happen in person, and I know, of course, millions of people are tuning in across America as well.
Yeah, I was really surprised to see how quickly this arena filled up. But Adrienne, as we are all so focused on what's happening here in Chicago, there is an unusual development unfolding in Arizona, where we're going to hear from the independent candidate RFK Jr. tomorrow. Our sources say that he is mulling dropping out of the race. He's mulling throwing his support behind Donald Trump, who coincidentally has an event scheduled tomorrow just half an hour away in Arizona. What would all of that mean for the Harris campaign?
Well, look, Nancy, I don't think it really changes that much. It certainly doesn't change the reasons why Vice President Harris is in this campaign, to fight for the American people, to fight for middle-class families, to fight for the values that so drove her to get into public service for the rest of the American people. It's certainly not going to change her. And if RFK Jr. wants to team up with somebody who is trying to divide our country, wants to enact a very dangerous agenda, wants to be even more harmful in a Trump 2.0 presidency than he was the first time around, he's welcome to do that. But our focus is clearly and squarely on the American people and fighting for them and moving our country forward.
It's hard to know for sure what's going to happen. We've been getting some mixed signals from RFK Jr. and his running mate all week, but we'll definitely be watching tomorrow. And of course, we'll be watching tonight to see what the vice president has to say. Adrienne Elrod with the Harris campaign, thanks so much for joining us.